These 125cc SnoSports are brilliant little machines. There's just something about the design that works. And of course nothing like them exists anymore, so they're all more than 30 years old. But somehow they're even better now than they were. I'm just going to point out a few things that I find interesting about them, and then show you what a laugh they are to blat around in, even in quite surprising terrain. I got really lucky when I bought our first one. We got it online, it was super cheap from a junkyard or a second-hand dealer, nowhere near snow country, and it was some guy I think who didn't know what he had. It turned out to be a cracker. We just stuck a new battery in it, and it's been running ever since. This season I found another one, because you know, with things this old you need a part sled, you got to have an extra on hand so you can keep at least one running, and I got this one for $200. While I was picking it up, a random guy at the snowmobile shop said he had one that had been sitting for 5 years under a tarpaulin, so if I wanted it I could have that for $200. So I got it, and now we've got two SnoSports and one of the smaller snow scoots. So why are they so good? Well, the ergonomics are perfect for big people, small people, basically anyone. I don't really know why, it's just this funky little design that lets you get most out of the machine. It's really clean and you just fit on it, and it's got electric start, which is good for the kids and adults. And you can strip them naked in 5 seconds by undoing one seat clip and pulling the entire shroud off. And that shroud's got bolts, but you don't need the bolts because it all gets held in place by the seat and frame. So ditch the bolts, stick the seat on, and you're good to go. And they're tough little buggers. They've got this kind of exoskeleton that protects everything around the outside. So you can bash into stuff and you're not going to break little plastic fiddly bits. The thing about these little sleds, which I didn't realise when I first got one, I assumed they'd just poodle around on the flat, on tennis courts or something, but they really go places, especially if you put on a good set of plastic skis on them, or at least ski skins. You can stand up, counter steer, carve turns, do little jumps, go up, pretty reasonable hills, and chase through the forest. They just invite silliness. And for kids, the ostensible purpose of buying them, although they don't have any throttle limiters or other gadgets for safety, they're tame enough low down that the snotties can tootle around without killing themselves. So pick a safe spot and you can really let the kids rip around. They've got some quirks, which I really like. One is they've got very bright, very good headlight. I don't know why, but it's just vivid, so you can ride them at night and see. And the Snow Scoot, the little baby version, which I've still got pulled apart, but it's running now. It's got this weird fuel line that runs all the way from the engine, along the frame to the back of the sled, through a stopcock, and then back to the front again. This is a sled equivalent of the recurrent laryngeal nerve on a giraffe. Look it up, except the Snow Scoot actually did have a designer. Last weekend we spent the morning riding powder in serious machines, with 160 horsepower and 3-inch lugs and long tracks and all the stuff. Then after lunch we got a bit tired, pulled out the SnoSports, and it was no less fun, maybe more fun, different fun, but big step down from a zillion horsepower to nothing, and why not? Anyway, that's enough talk. Let's go be silly.
working like they used to.
Go, go, go.